will post the whole video after I give my 2 cents of what I think about this. Is it real? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but I believe the caption up there, okay? And you can't tell me anything. So is this what we've come to as Africans? Now we are beating each other because apparently people are now seeking asylum in, different countries as Africans in Africa. People are making a clean living, and now we decided, you're coming to take our job opportunities. Bitch, if you're given that job, it will be down within a week. It will be down within a week. Anybody who leaves their country to go seek asylum in another country and start a business, they know why they started that business, and they do everything they can to keep that business running. But no, I don't know what's going down there. I don't know what's going on down there in the south. But this is so wrong. I am so mad right now. I know we are Kenyans, and yeah, our beef with Tanzania is personal, but that's another thing, When it comes to East and South, we shouldn't be fighting, but this is nonsense that I'm seeing, Sai. This is so bad. This is so wrong in so many degrees, and everybody involved should be ashamed of themselves. So now you're gonna just kick fellow Africans out of your country just because they've opened a business and you don't have, and you see as if they're taking your job opportunities. Bullshit. If this doesn't make you mad, I don't know, then you're a psychopath.
I'm not
Why are some of you South Africans so wicked? Why are some of you so heartless? Why are you so cold-hearted and evil? When will this your xenophobic attitude end? What kind of hatred makes you haunt your own people like this? Because right now, groups of South Africans are moving shop to shop, targeting other Africans, telling them to shut down their businesses, demanding documents. And even when those documents are presented to them, they are still beaten, whipped with canes, chased with machetes. Let that sink. Africans attacking Africans, not criminals, not invaders, people trying to survive, running small businesses. So what exactly is the crime here? Is it working, existing, being from another African country? Some of you are doing too much. This is not patriotism. This is straight up xenophobia. Let's call it what it is. Because if your anger is only directed at other Africans trying to earn a living, then this is not about unemployment. It's not about the economy. It's about choosing the easiest target and calling it justice. And the real question, where is the South African government? What exactly is being done to protect other Africans? Why does this keep happening without any consequences? Because let's be honest, this level of hostility towards fellow Africans is not strength. It's not pride. It's a failure. Because if Africans become the threat to Africans, then we don't have external problems anymore. We have an internal one. If you are an African from a different African country living in South Africa, please be safe. Be safe out there. These people are evil. Thank you all for watching this.
I am doing this video with a lot of pain in my heart, and I am very disappointed with what I see happening out here, especially in Africa. I am very disappointed to see the African people that when we are busy talking about uniting, speaking as one, opening our borders, and becoming one thing, working together, making decisions together for us to be able to conquer and win the white supremacists, other black people are busy fighting each other, insulting and abusing each other and killing each other. I am very, very much disappointed in what I'm seeing happening in Africa. So as I'm doing this video, I am doing this video with a lot of pain in my heart. I'm doing this video with a lot of, grief in my heart. My heart is crying. It's aching. My heart is suffocating because of what I see happening in this continent. I want to tell everybody today that charity begins at home. And before you get respected, you must first of all start by respecting yourself. Before you see that respect that you need, you must first of all, before other people respect your own people, you must first of all start by respecting your own people yourself. I thought black people are brothers and sisters. I thought Africans are brothers and sisters. That is what I thought. But what I'm seeing today, it really tells me, or it now sabotage my thinking of or my mind of thinking that blacks are actually one. How can we even have the power, the confidence, and the courage to walk out there and prove or try to tell the people that we are black people, we are Africans, we want unity, we want to unite, and we want to be together? How can we go out there and start defending our own people before other people when we ourselves cannot even come together and unite? There is a problem when there is no unity. There is a very big problem when there is no unity. I've seen this video of South Africans beating up a Tanzanian because this Tanzanian guy was doing business in South Africa. They've been beating him and they were telling him to go back to his country. Okay? Remember, these are both black people. They are both black people. But they have been beating this Tanzanian, asking him to go back to his country, to close down his business and go back to his country. I've seen South Africans demonstrating because of a Nigerian king that was being coronated in South Africa. I've seen South Africans in Nigeria, or Nigerians beating South Africans that were in Nigeria and stripping them naked. And so my big question is, in what basis or what are we thinking when we are creating enmity within ourselves, with our own people? Honestly, I don't know what is happening, and honestly, I cannot really, like, I find it so difficult to understand what is really happening between our people. I find it difficult to understand what is happening between our people because this video really broke my heart. It's a video that has really broken my heart, and my heart is feeling very bad because of this. It is something that I never expected to see. It is something that is shocking me, because when we talk about unity in Africa, when we talk about black people coming together, unite, and then we can be able to see other people behaving like this, it is something that is really, really hurting me. It's something that is really hurting me. Sincerely speaking, without a lie, I will tell you, it is something that is really, really hurting me. Why are we doing this, for God's sake? What happened? What went wrong? What went wrong to the love that black people had towards each other? What happened? Where did the rain started beating us? Where did the problem started from? What happened? That is the question that I'm asking. We were supposed to be brothers. We were supposed to be sisters. When Ibrahim Traore is struggling to unite black people, to unite Africans, to bring them together, to try and make them speak one language and work together. Look at the countries of the Sahel. They've opened their borders for these 3 countries, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, because they love each other. When you see a Niger person in Burkina Faso, he's a brother, you don't have a problem with them. When you see a Malian person in Niger or a Burkinabe person in Mali, they are brothers. They don't have a problem with them. Why is it that we want to create enmity and problems when you see a black person in your country, yet he is also one of you? He is a black person like you. He is an African like you. If you can hate on your brother, how do you expect a white supremacist to love your brother? If you cannot love your brother yourself, how do you expect an outsider to love them? How then can we win when we don't have oneness, when we don't have unity? Until when should we be calling for unity? Until when should we be summoning for unity? Should we be, encouraging each other to embrace unity? Until when shall we do the same? We are black people, for God's sake. Why are we fighting each other? Why are we fighting each other? We are black people, for God's sake. Why are we fighting each other? That's the question that I'm asking. What went wrong? What happened, my brothers and sisters? It's just a question that I'm asking, a very sincere question. And if you feel like my argument or maybe my sentiments aren't making sense, it's okay with you. I don't have a problem. At the end of the day, everybody has got a way that he or she wants to think about issues or, perspectives and your own views about issues. I understand that and I respect that. But personally, I feel like it is wrong. It is so wrong when black people are fighting each other, when we are having a black war. White supremacists, when they were colonizing, when they wanted to take down black people or black great leaders, they used to use the black people, and that is why once upon a time Ibrahim Traore was saying a black person is used to kill a black person. These are the things that used to happen. If you hate a Nigerian and you're a South African, it means you don't want to see a black person in your country from Nigeria. If you hate a South African and you're a Nigerian, it means you don't want to see a South African in your country. And therefore, there are countries that love South Africans. There are countries that love Nigeria. So there's going to be a great enmity between countries in Africa, between black people in Africa. How can we be strong? How can we fight enemies if we ourselves, we are becoming enemies of each other? If I can become an enemy of my brother, how can I then fight an outsider? How can I fight an enemy that is now fighting all of us? There was a way that white people there was a method they were using to colonize black people in Africa. Dividing and ruling. So it's divide and rule. They make you fight amongst yourself. They make you, hate on your brothers and sisters and all that. They create enmity between the two of you. And so you begin fighting your own selves, and then they come in and they rule you. So my question is, what is happening? Do you mean that every effort we are putting in to try and preach unity, to preach togetherness and oneness is not going to prevail? Are you trying to tell me that all the efforts we are putting in to try and educate, to try and enlighten the people about the power, about the goodness of unity, do you want to say that every effort we are putting in is just in vain? Come on. How can we help ourselves if you're fighting our own selves? I'm very much disappointed in this video. I was watching this video and I was like, this is very wrong. It is so wrong because it is something that we just need to sit down and address it. We can't be enemies of ourselves. Like, we cannot be enemies of ourselves. Why should we be? Why are we becoming enemies of ourselves? Why are we becoming enemies of ourselves? I'm supposed to, when I see a black person, I see myself, because we're all blacks. African Americans are planning to come back to Africa. How can they come to a country that is in shackles, to a country that is not in order, to a continent that is not in peace and all that? How can we become one? If people got their selfish, way of life, they don't want other people to be part of their lives and all that, there is no love in between us. And I will tell you that without fear of contradiction. And the only way we are failing, the only way we are losing, it's because there is no love between us. Amongst us, there is no love. Everybody is hating on one another. There is no love amongst us. And that is the biggest problem that we have. The only way we can be able to conquer, we can be able to win, it is when we are together. It is when I go to South Africa, they welcome me. When I go to Togo, Libya, Nigeria, they welcome me. When they come to Kenya, I welcome them. That is the only way we can live together. You see other people going to other countries, and instead of becoming good people, they become terrorists there. We've seen Nigerians in Kenya terrorizing people. Nigerians, they come to Kenya, they start doing their bullshit around, start stealing from people and misbehaving and, doing all sorts of criminalism and all that. And we are like, what's this? Somalis going to other countries and misbehaving around. And you're like, what is this? We are supposed to live like brothers and sisters because we are all Africans. We are all black people. We are all black people, for God's sake. We are all black people. If we can have chaos, if we can have, all these... These conflicts ain't taking us anywhere. These conflicts will not take us anywhere. The conflicts we're experiencing, the conflicts we are having in Africa, they're not taking us anywhere. It's a high time we change our characters. It's a high time we change our characters. Because if you don't change your character, if you keep on misbehaving the way you are misbehaving, there's going to be a very big problem. There's going to be a very big problem. There's going to be a very big problem because now you can't even okay, it's fine, it's okay. I'm just trying to think out loud, and I'm like, sometimes things happen in a very funny way. Colonization happened in Africa, and all of us suffered the pain of colonization. We suffered that pain, all of us, because it was through our ancestors and our grandparents. And before, let me give you a short story, a short history maybe of ourselves that we don't know, a history that we want that must make you understand that we are one. When a white man wanted to take this country, wanted to grab this continent, this land of Africa, a white man conducted a meeting in was it in Germany? Something like that. In the years of 1884. And a white man started dividing Africa into many countries. Initially, Africa was a one country. Initially, we were one. Africa was one. And so everybody was trying to take their part. Everybody was trying to, take their portion of the land. The land was initially one. And so, after they have divided Africa into many parts, everybody grabbed his own and they walked away with it. They came to Africa, and as they had agreed, that's exactly what they did. But remember one thing, this land of Africa was one. There was no, this tribe, we were one. We were one. We were actually one people. I'm telling you the truth. Black people were one all over this country, this continent. We were one. Division started with a white man. A white man started dividing black people into different countries. And they gave these countries names. And so the existing generation needs to understand that there was a time that our parents and our ancestors were living like one people. We need to understand that. That is something we should just know. And so they destroyed, first of all, our oneness and our togetherness, because they knew one thing. If these people are together, it's going to be very difficult for us to be able to actually colonize them. Now, I'm explaining two things. I want you to understand, number one, Africa was one, so you were together. And I want to understand you to understand, number two, unity is something that can be able to keep you strong. So a white man came to Africa, and the first thing he did, he destroyed unity. Yeah, he broke the unity that you have, because he knew if you can continue being that way, it's going to be difficult for them to colonize you. So the first of all, they tampered with your unity. And number two, they divided you. Originally, the land of Africa was one, okay? Now, we are seeing these differences and these partitions right now. So, while you're fighting your black brother and sister, you're supposed to reflect back to what happened in the years of 1884, the Berlin Conference. You need to remember that. During the Berlin Conference, that is when Africa was divided into many countries in 1884. There was no South African. There was no Nigerian. There was no Kenyan. There was no Ivorian. There was no Burkinabe. There was no Cameroonian. We were all one. And so these differences we are seeing today, it was created by a white man, because a white man wanted you to be in, not to be together. He wanted you not to unite. I don't know if you're getting me. And because of that, you need to know that when you're fighting today, you don't want to see a Nigerian, you don't want to see a South African, you don't want to see a Kenyan, you don't want to see a Ugandan, you don't want to see a Tanzanian. Where a white supremacist is sitting today, they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you because they're saying these people cannot be able now to help themselves. They cannot be able to stand by themselves. Okay, so they are fighting. It means what we did is successful. So when you fight, it becomes easy for them to come in. They will come in the name of bringing peace. They are sitting somewhere right now enjoying what you're doing. So when you preach unity and you're outside there trying to fight your brother and sister, it really makes me feel very bad. I feel like I'm disappointed. What unity then are we looking for if we can be fighting our friends and fighting each other and all that? That is so bad. It's very bad, actually. I'm just trying to be realistic, and I'm just trying to think out loud. According to what I think, it is very bad. It doesn't matter what the person has been able to do. Remember one thing: they are black people. They are your brothers. In fact, I think these all boundaries should just be opened, or Africa should be a free visa continent where anybody can go anywhere, anytime. That is the only way we can unite. If we're not united, we can't manage this war. We can't finish this war. I'm telling you, for God's sake, why are we fighting each other? Why are we fighting our brothers? Why are we fighting our friends? It's not worth it. Let's not show a white man that he is capable, that he is big. Let's love one another. I'm just speaking. It's a humble request, kindly. Let's love one another. It's not good. It's not okay when we are fighting black versus black. It's not good when we are killing our own black people. It's not good. What is happening in Congo is very bad. Can we love each other? We are all black people. Can we embrace love towards one another? We are all black people. A white man taught us to fight our own people. A white man taught us to hate on our own people. Let's not embrace what a white man taught us. Everything they taught us, it's because they wanted to manipulate us. They wanted to take advantage of us. The earlier we realize that, the better for all of us. This is African Streamline Roundtable. Thank you for coming and thank you for watching. I really appreciate your presence so much. And let's love one another. Until next episode, you tell me what you think about this on the comment section. That is just my opinion. And you also have something to say. I would love to know what you have to say on the comment section. That I do my best to make sure I read all the comments and give a response where possible. I am Atamba Haiti. This is African Streamlines Roundtable. Thank you for coming and thank you for always being here. Until next episode, peace out.